shit, bro. Oh my god, bro. Light up the candles all around. Show me to the subway, all goes down. Nothing can be sweeter than the sound of making love. Baby, when I start, I just can't stop. I love you from the bottom to the top. Nothing is forbidden when we touch, baby. I wanna do all the things you want to do. What he say? He said, I'll do them for you. Man, y'all don't know nothing about that, man. I light 1,000 candles all around. Take me to the subway, I'll go down. Come on now. Hey, but we got 3 scary true Christmas stories. Hold on, I forgot. Yo, man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Groovy Sama, and we back with another video. Mr. Gotta Get Paid, Mr. Take It to the Grave, boy. Man, hey, man, I appreciate y'all support, man. Shout out to the men above, man. I ain't gonna waste no time, but we got 3 scary true Christmas horror stories. Christmas is coming up, but I don't want y'all bad kids to forget about Krampus, you understand? But now, I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I never believed in Santa, bro. For all the kids that watching me, bro, Santa not real. That's your parents. That's your daddy and mama. Just ask them like.
When I was newly single after my 2-year relationship ended, I was back to living alone again and back to swiping on Tinder and all those apps.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you ever use Tinder in your life, bro, you need some help. One of my boys been using Tinder, bro. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you're a corn dog.
Single for a few months already, and I had met a few people
He
in that time.
He wanted something
During
else
that
more than a
time,
relationship,
I
but
matched a girl on Tinder named Tracy, and she gave me her Snapchat, but it quickly fizzled out to her just watching my stories and not really communicating. That kind of used to happen all the time when I was in college. But now being in
bro,
my
you know
late
y'all gotta
20s
pay a
using
subscription
Tinder
for that
and just
shit,
being
bro. Y'all
reminded
niggas
of
really
how
that thirsty, bro.
immature all this
Paying
online
money.
dating stuff is. It feels a lot different at this age. I own a corner townhome in a little community. If you're wondering what I do, I'm an accountant. Good money, but miserably boring. After my ex moved out, I thought I would be ready for the privacy and peace and quiet. But I'd say after the first month, the novelty of that wore off.
Let's figure out which scary, which story is scary, man.
Around, but being alone was
Which story is
getting to me.
scarier?
That's why I was constantly swiping on dating apps and trying to go on dates, just to
That
get
boy
out of
trying
the
to get
house.
something. You know what I'm
This was
saying?
last December.
He
I
trying to get
posted
something else.
on my Snap story that had to do with Christmas, and guess who commented on my story? It was that Tracy girl who I
That shit
hadn't
scared the
spoken
fuck
to
out
in
of me.
weeks. She struck up a conversation about us doing some Christmas-themed stuff together.
Yeah,
And from there, we started chatting for a bit.
Merry
I suggested the most festive
Christmas.
things I could think of. Ice
I
skating,
love the
going to the village, and looking at the decorations. But she suggested we decorate my Christmas tree. Firstly, I did have a fake tree, but it was up in the attic. So I told her I didn't have it up yet because it's kind of a 2-person job getting it out of the attic. She said she'd gladly come over and help. So I figured, why not? I told her to come over around 9 that night. It was already dark at that point when we made the plan. It was likely like 7:30 because I remember hurriedly grabbing my keys and rushing to drive to the liquor store to buy a couple bottles of wine. When I got back to the house, I vacuumed and swept the floors. Ever since my breakup, the things my girlfriend would do to clean the place
brick
were
wall
left
right
to
there.
me, and I realized how quickly a place can get dirty. 9 p.m. rolled around,
I'm thinking it's like
sitting upright
my
on
living
the
room
couch
got like
with the TV
a
on, pretending like I was just
way
chilling in
bigger
the
than that.
living room
It got
watching
like
a
a
movie already. Meanwhile, I
ceiling
had
that's
set
like
everything
that.
up to be cozy and relaxing. But I sat there for a while, waiting on her to message me before the doorbell. I sent a follow-up saying, "Let me know when you're on your way." And I eventually started to think she was flaking until finally around
Is it me or wood makes stuff scarier? I'm sorry.
9:30, when she
Like
said she's
wood,
outside.
just having wood in your house just
She
makes
came
shit
inside,
scary.
and I was
Like, why
shocked
you got
to
wood?
find that I was looking up at her. She was a
Everywhere.
couple inches taller than me. I'm 5'10", so she had to be at least 6 feet tall. I also immediately picked up on the fact that she smelled like she was drenched in perfume. We went straight to the couch and sat down, and she sat really, really close to me, like our legs were touching. This is where I started to get confused in how exactly I was feeling. She looked a bit older, maybe a little rougher, I'm not sure how to explain it, and underneath that overpowering...
It's a man? She mean rougher. See, bro, y'all can't be doing these Tinder apps, bro. Niggas be catfishing for real, for real. First of all, you 5'10", she's 6 feet, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Unless you, I mean, that's cool and all. She's 2 feet taller than you. I mean, that's whatever, but it's like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's like, yeah, she look rough though. That's what's really killing me, bro. It don't matter how tall she is. Like, it's just like you said she look rough.
But that's what's a cheap smelling perfume.
Oh no, she said she
like
bougie.
A slight hint of body odor, which completely turned me off. I asked her if she wanted wine, and she said yes, please. So I went and
like, bro. But y'all ever smelt a girl and like when they turn around or move too fast, you get like a whiff of fucking like fish? Not saying like, I'm just talking about like just any girl. I'm not talking about like a girl that you with or anything like that. Like, this never happened to me, like a girl that I'm with, thank God. But bro, I've smelled that numerous of times. Like, I know y'all, it might be that time of the month or something, bro, but for you to smell like that, bro, oh my God. You can't be taking care of yourself, bro. Like, I have never smelled that on my wife, bro. Like, ever, bro. Like, my wife is clean as fuck. Like, she take like 3 showers a day, gang. Like, she be forcing me to take 2. Like, I take like 1 shower because I don't really go nowhere for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Before I go to bed, I take a shower. Unless I'm doing something really, really crazy like that involves me sweating or some shit, I take a shower. But like, if I'm just in the crib, bro, and y'all can't lie either, bro. Y'all niggas not taking a shower. If y'all just in the crib chilling, y'all not getting in that shower, bro. Probably till the next morning. Like, but if you do, congrats to you, nigga. Clean that boy. But yeah, bro, I be smelling. I be like, and I don't never smell. I ain't never in my life
or DMing
someone
for a
ever.
And when you finally meet, they just end up being nothing like you pictured in your head. That was pretty much this. Something about her felt off, like she lacked certain social cues. I handed her a glass of Merlot and we cheered each other. I shit you not, she almost immediately spilled a huge drop of red wine on my light blue couch. I composed myself, but I wanted to scream. I said it's okay, as I ran to the kitchen to get a damp paper towel and sponge.
If she was bad, if she was bad, he wouldn't have been
quickly as
tripping
I could before it would settle.
You know what I'm saying? She not bad for real.
I kept saying it was okay. After this, it got a little more tense, and to break the tension, I suggested I get the tree out of the attic. So I went up to the attic,
spent the Christmas with each other
with all the tree parts in it, and started handing her down the pieces one by one, each piece getting bigger until we got to the biggest part, the part that I wouldn't be able to handle going down the ladder on my own. She grabbed it with ease. I can't remember this girl's size.
6 foot? She should have came and bring it
down. I went back down, and we assembled the tree in the living room with Christmas music playing. I poured her more wine, and I drank more myself. I loosened up a bit
done drinking wine.
Wine makes any situation feel better.
Nah, fuck all that.
Once we had the tree set up, next was the ornaments.
If I don't like you, bro, you getting out, bro.
Crawl space. These ornaments are all from my childhood. My parents
alone could make you do some wild shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I've seen it in a lot of stories, bro. Being alone can make you like dead ass mess with girls like this. Like, go below your standard. For a long time, like, being alone by choice is different. Being alone by like no choice, like you try. That was too loud of a laugh just now, but yeah, being alone, you get what I'm saying.
Gave me bins and bins of Christmas decorations.
It's negative 5,000 over points.
So I
went
down to the crawl space and one by one started taking out the bins, while I left Tracy in the living room to relax. As I was doing all of this, I started feeling woozy, like the wine was getting to my head. I've never been a heavy drinker, so I do have a low tolerance, but I felt like I hadn't
But she
drank
put
that
something.
much to feel this way.
She put something.
I grabbed the first bin and
How she
started
drug you that
lugging it up
fast
the
and it's your
stairs.
wine?
By the time I got to the top, Tracy wasn't anywhere in sight. I assumed she was in the bathroom at first and called her name. I looked around each
Hell
room
nah,
and saw
nigga.
that
She
the
finna
bathroom
do
was
something to
empty.
you, boy.
I scratched my head in confusion as I kept calling her name. I went to message her on Snap, but she never opened the Snap. I checked the 2
The
bedrooms
fuck?
too, but she was gone. I couldn't believe this. She snuck out on me.
Fuck
This was when I
it.
started wondering if she thought I was ugly or weird or something, even though truthfully, I wasn't even really into her either.
I guess you just had
I
her
crashed onto the
carry.
couch, which suddenly felt
some
a lot more
trees.
comfortable than before. And honestly, as far as I remember, I periodically checked my phone to see if she opened my Snap and just watched whatever was on TV. Until my memory just faded to black. I swear, everything just went black. And then I woke up in darkness. No lights, no TV on. I looked around in the dark room, and I knew I was hearing things. I felt like I was still on the couch, and I felt weak. My limbs were hard to move.
He drugged
and I
your
managed
ass.
to find my phone right under me within seconds, and I checked the time. The second the phone screen lit up, I saw it. Even though the light was facing toward me, that glow from my phone screen with the brightness all the way up revealed the outline of a tall person's silhouette standing in front of me. For some reason, I
It's
didn't
her.
scream. I just put the phone down, bringing the room back
I
to
don't act
darkness.
like I went back to sleep,
I
nigga.
finally opened my mouth to say Tracy, hoping it was her, but still not in that moment remembering what had happened earlier. Whoever was standing there didn't answer me. I eventually picked my phone back up and turned on the flashlight, and I saw that it was in fact Tracy standing in front of me. She wasn't moving. She
I'm
was
like,
just
bitch, what the
looking
fuck is you
down at
doing?
me. I felt locked to the couch. I don't know if it was because of pure fear or the effects of whatever she had obviously laced me with.
Yeah, bro.
I genuinely was having a hard time moving my limbs. I felt weak and helpless. All I could manage to say was
How the
Tracy
fuck you
a
get
couple more
laced?
times. She turned towards the stairs, and again, I swear, she sprinted toward them, and all I heard were the disturbingly loud stomps of her running down the stairs. I heard something slam from downstairs. Looking back, I'd imagine it
The
was the
fuck
front
is she
door.
doing, gang?
Everything looked and sounded so wonky in those minutes after I woke up. Each passing minute, I felt more and more clear-headed, and moving became easier. I checked Snapchat to see that her account was gone, aka she blocked me. I looked out the front window and saw no cars outside besides my own and the neighbors. And then I
The fuck?
realized I never saw the vehicle that she arrived in, or if she even arrived in one. I checked my
Oh,
entire home from top
you
to
gotta be
bottom,
stupid or
checking for
something.
anything that could have been stolen. The only items I found missing seemed kind of bizarre at first, but honestly made so much sense soon after. Every last bottle of pills from my house was gone. All my vitamins and supplements, my bottles of Adderall, and even the bottle of Oxy that I had prescribed but never fully used
fuck?
after a surgery. Those were in the drawer next to my bed. I noticed a bottle of vodka was taken
She
from my
stole
mini
all
fridge
your
in my room,
pills?
too. But other than that, I didn't see anything else that could have been stolen. Still, I called the police
Nigga,
right
she
then and reported
robbed
the
you for
robbery.
pills?
I gave the Snapchat username and explained that I never
Type of
got her
shit.
number or knew anything really about her identity minus the name that she gave me, which was Tracy Gibson. The police knocked
That's
on my
the
neighbor's
fakest
door
name
since
ever.
all of our homes are attached, even though it was like 1 a.m. With me standing next to them, they questioned if he'd seen or heard anything strange. To which
I
he
can't
said
live in no
no,
homes
he'd been
like that,
asleep.
bro. Cause then you can hear
After
right
about
next.
20 minutes, the police left. I made sure all of my keys were still in place so as to make sure she couldn't get back in. But other than that, this Tracy person disappeared without a trace. I knew her behavior
Tracy
was
Trace.
quirky and wonky from the first few minutes of meeting her, and it makes so much sense now. I won't even call it a theory because I just know this is the truth. I think that girl, or woman I should say, was older than she claimed, and she was
Yeah,
potentially
like-
homeless with a serious drug addiction.
Dead
I think
ass
she
though.
drowned herself in perfume to mask the body odor that was honestly still showing through. She laced my wine with something when I was in the attic, clearly. I don't know exactly how long I was out, but it was enough for her to scour my entire home for any and all drugs and
Drugs.
supplements. I still remember how disturbing of an image it was seeing her tall silhouette standing in front of me while I was just waking up on the couch. Honestly, after this, I didn't even decorate the tree that year.
Nigga, I'm moving. What? Yes, you're damn right. I'm moving. I'm getting out this house. She knows where I live. Bro, she could have did anything to you, bro. She could have, bro, she could have did anything to you, bro. Real rap. While you was knocked out, she could have been doing anything to your body. Talking about some, I feel weak. How the fuck she lace you that fast? And she stole all your pills. That's some crazy shit. She's the one she was a homeless person. That shit is even scarier.
Back in '97 when I was 7
She
years
has
old.
nothing to lose.
Since we're Jewish, we don't celebrate Christmas. So Christmas Eve was just like any other night for us. Our dad is a doctor, and since he's Jewish, he always works on call at the hospital during the Christmas holidays, so he wasn't home tonight. That just left my little sister and I by ourselves for the evening while our dad worked. Technically, our mom was home,
fuck
but
that.
to be blunt, she was an alcoholic. Back then, being a 7-year-old, I had no idea what alcoholism was. All I knew was that my mom was always passed out once it got dark, and nearly
being
impossible to
alcoholic
wake
gotta
up.
be the most.
Sorry if it sounds harsh or TMI, but it's relevant to my story. My
I
sister
don't
and
understand
I
how
were
you fucking get
downstairs
addicted
watching
to
TV.
alcohol. Like,
We
what the
heard a knock
fuck?
at the door. Being the oldest,
I don't understand how y'all
I went
get
to see who it was.
do type of situation.
Our door had glass panes built into it, which made it easy to see who was on the other side.
Alcoholics
There was
gotta
a
be
man
dealing with some
standing
shit.
outside in
Like
a
some type
Santa
of
suit
pain.
holding a bag, and when he saw me, he smiled and waved at me to come to the door. I went near the door but did not open it, and I thought it was odd that someone dressed like Santa would come to our house out of anyone's house in the neighborhood.
Nigga, we
He
Jewish.
said, "Hey kid, it's me Santa. Let me in, I'll give you your presents."
Nah,
I
I'm good.
remember point blank telling him that Santa isn't real, and that if he was, he doesn't give Jews presents anyway. That's when he said, "Of course I'm real." In the past, I only used to visit Christian homes, but lately, I felt bad that Jewish kids never get any presents. So this year, I changed the rules so that you can get presents too. But I didn't buy it, and instead, I remember getting mad at him, arguing that Jews get presents. We just get them during Hanukkah and
Dude,
not on
arguing with a
Christmas.
full-blown stranger.
The smile fell from his face, and all his jolly charm disappeared
That nigga
as he
finna
began demanding
crash
I
in.
open the door. I told my sister to dial 911, and the guy seemed to run away. We did call the cops.
He's trying to steal y'all presents.
Unfortunately, the operator didn't understand what we were
You talking
saying.
about?
Looking back, I think she may have thought we were just little kids excited that Santa Claus was coming to our house. Regardless, she didn't take us seriously, and instead just told us that this number was to be used for emergencies only before disconnecting the call. My sister and I now got really scared because we didn't know who else to call. Since we were only 4 and 7, the only numbers we knew
Home
how to
Alone.
dial were our
Part
home
3.
number and
Look at that.
911. And since this is the 90s, my dad didn't have a cell phone yet, and I had no idea what the hospital number was to reach him there. And with our mom impossible for us to wake up, we were essentially on our own. We hoped the man wouldn't come back, but a few minutes later, he was knocking on the door again. He said he knew the cops weren't coming and to go ahead and let him in or we'd be in big trouble. My sister started crying and ran upstairs trying to wake my mom.
Bro, wake
Not
your
knowing
ass
what else
up,
to
gang.
do, I did the one thing that made sense to my 7-year-old brain. I grabbed a bunch
Home
of
Alone
candles we
Part
keep
3.
for our menorah and lit them all, then ran below where the smoke detector was. I blew out all the candles quickly before tossing them all up to the smoke detector.
He's
Thankfully,
smart.
they gave off enough smoke to set off the smoke alarm. As
He's
an
smart.
adult, I realized how stupid this was, and fortunately, I did not accidentally set the house on fire. But at that time, all I knew was that the smoke alarm would instantly call 911 for me and send help to our home.
Yep.
There was a fire
He's smart.
department not even 2 minutes from our house.
This is why
They
you
got hit.
teach. This is why I would never, like, if I ever get kid, bro, or whenever I get kid, bro, I would never, like, teach my kids false information, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids the truth. I'm not gonna hide anything from them, bro. You gonna know life early. I knew life early and I grew up just fine. You're gonna grow up early, bro. Like, not even grow up early, but you're gonna know life early, bro. Like, life isn't a game at the end of the day, bro. Anything can happen. So I'm not about to be here sitting here, oh, Santa Claus is real. Oh, Easter Bunny is real. Oh, like, none of that, nah, bro. That shit's fake. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you being with you, dog. That shit fake. I'm the one that's buying you shit. Me, your mom, your grandma, you know what I'm saying? All that shit like that. Aunties, uncles, and all that shit buying you stuff, bro. Ain't no white man coming to my house
through no damn chimney. I'm sorry to tell you, bro. Like, they're gonna be cool with that. And that's when the love started getting in the house, you know what I'm saying? Well, oh, thank Dad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. You deserve it.
Here pretty
All
fast.
that fake shit, bro. My kid
sister
gonna be
came downstairs, scared of
when
the
it comes to
fire
life,
alarm, but
we
I told
all
her there was
survivors,
no fire,
most definitely.
to not go outside.
I'm a
but
survivor.
instead wait inside with me. To my amazement, the guy still did not leave. Instead, the bastard ran to the firefighters, presumably telling them that he was glad they showed up. I remember that he claimed he was my dad, and that he dressed up like Santa Claus for Christmas Eve to surprise us. He explained that his suit didn't have any pockets to hold his keys, and that with the door locked, he couldn't get the door open to save us from the fire, so he begged the firefighters to break down the door. And surprisingly, the firefighters seemed to believe him. They were actually getting ready to break down the door and told us to stand back, but we started crying, shouting at them that he's not our dad, that our dad is working at the hospital, and that we have no idea who this guy was, and that we don't even celebrate Christmas. The firefighter who was about to break down the door thankfully stopped and listened to us. He asked, "You don't celebrate Christmas?" I told him no, because we're Jewish, and showed him my kippah on my head as well as our menorah. I then broke down crying, explaining how I set off the smoke alarm to try and get help because the police wouldn't believe us, and to please not let the guy in. The firefighter thankfully believed me, and then asked the guy why Santa would show up to a Jewish home. I don't remember exactly what the guy said, but the firefighters clearly didn't believe him. Two of them wrestled the guy to the ground while the other called the police to come by. They also asked what hospital my dad worked at so they could let him know what was going on. The police arrived and arrested the guy, while another officer stayed with us until my dad came home and explained the situation to him. My dad was furious with our mom for being wasted and essentially sleeping through the whole thing. Mostly he was grateful that we were okay.
Oh my God,
as far as Christmases go.
She's out of here, bro. I don't know what y'all Jews do, but she's out of here, bro. The fuck? She need help. She's gone, bro. Mommy's gonna go on a vacation for a year, nigga.
I was glad to have a new mommy and quiet Christmas the following year. To this day, I think being Jewish saved my sister and I's lives, because had we opened that door to let Santa in, there's a good chance that would have been our final Christmas.
You've been kidnapped, or he would have stole some shit. See, my son.
It was December.
That situation, man, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm having security cameras and I'm having a dog. So none of that shit's going on and my wife is not going to be, you know what I'm saying? So let's say my wife was like that, you know what I'm saying? My son gonna be like, hey, we don't celebrate Christmas. We got guns though, like all over the crib. So if you come in here, I know how to use one. You feel me? You feel me, bro? Kid gonna be know how to squeeze.
December 2022.
The fuck you mean? I have my dog on the side talking about some all that, bro.
Super cozy looking Airbnb.
Ain't nobody robbing the house with no big ass dog.
It was nice.
Who robbing the house with a big dog, bro?
View, big property, and not far from a cute little
nobody
village.
Feel like going through all that.
To make things even more festive feeling, there was a snowstorm coming that night. So we set out on the road a little earlier to allow us time to get groceries and everything set up in the Airbnb. From the city to the Poconos was about 4 hours. We made decent time. We stopped at a Family Dollar for some snacks and groceries, and then we went straight to the Airbnb. We turned towards the uphill gravel road through a clearing in the trees that led to the property. The house was surrounded by woods.
That's a nice cabin.
A big deck with a hot tub on it, which was very appealing, especially the idea of sitting in it.
I went to a cabin like that, bro.
There were a bunch of Christmas decorations.
Not
on the
like
property,
this. Well, I can't even remember what the fuck the cabin looked like,
big
though.
Snowman,
but it was a nice ass cabin,
candy
though.
canes lining the walkways of the front deck.
I was
We had to
it was
take a
dark.
few trips to and from the car to bring everything inside. First impression, the place had a very comfy feeling as we expected from the pictures.
It was Tennessee.
Had a Christmas tree in one corner, stockings hung on the walls, and a bunch of smaller decorations scattered about. It had that very welcoming smell of wood
this
that
song
you'd
is
expect
mad
in a country
scary.
log cabin, though it was more so just a regular house. Then I realized why. There was a stack of logs next to a big fireplace in the living room.
I like it though.
There were 3
I like the piano.
bedrooms, though of course we only needed 1. We put our luggage and such in a second bedroom. I did the usual stuff like inspect the fridge, turn on the TV to see if there's cable or Netflix, and look out all the windows. There
Make
was
sure
an
them bitches
upstairs,
locked.
but it was more of a loft with a pool table and a couple of couches. Then there was a basement. For the hell of it, I went down to check out the basement.
Is it finished?
It was fairly big relative to the size of the house. It felt disconnected from the Airbnb though. It wasn't furnished for hanging out in.
It should have been
was dark
furnished.
and cold and felt more like a space to do laundry and a workspace. Then there was
In
a
a
knock at the front door.
workspace? What kind of work?
I hurried up to answer it, and there was a guy who looked to be in his late 40s. He was wearing gray
Workspace.
sweatpants and a ripped up yellow
Man, it's just confusing me. What do you mean workspace, nigga? Workspace like an office workspace, or workspace doesn't like construction? Hey, cause you say I'm doing laundry and shit. That must be like a work, like what the fuck? That's
brown
a
jacket.
that's a
He
worst
smiled
workspace
at me
ever.
and
heard.
said, "How are you folks doing?" I replied, "Good."
I'm gonna
asked
get
him
up
if he
outta
was
here,
the
bro.
Airbnb host. He replied he runs the place with his brother. I asked for
Okay.
his name, and he said Tom. Tom said he lives just up the road next door if my girl and I need anything.
All right, bet.
I
Appreciate
thanked
it.
him, and then he walked away. I found it interesting that he knew I was with my girlfriend. Charlotte didn't come to the door, but maybe his brother told him about us.
Type shit.
I did have a conversation with Mike, the host, about it being my girlfriend and I wanting to do something festive. It was pitch black out and it was snowing.
Trust me, I got
Cranked
it
up
on
the
me.
heat in the house and started preparing the dinner we bought, which was
I'm
chicken
definitely
thighs, broccoli,
man, what?
potatoes, and cornbread.
Bro, I'm definitely bringing a gun to a cabin. What? In this type of place, bro? Just because we trying to get away, be peaceful, be weird. I mean, be like, I don't know, be like, this is nice and all, but I don't know how I feel about this type of shit. If I have like a little family, if it's just me and my wife and 2 kids, or just me and my wife, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of weird. But yeah, bro, I don't want no neighbors. Like, dead ass. Like, I don't want no neighbors, bro. If I'm on this type of cabin, cause this cabin looks like dead ass, bro. This cabin looks like it's a pinpoint cabin. Like, I can't see nothing beyond. Look at the woods, bro. Like, I feel like someone's watching me. That's what this cabin is. This is someone watching me. It's like glass everywhere, glass doors, bro. Fuck no.
It was pretty
I'm
grab
giving me a
bag.
Glock.
We ate on the couch with the Christmas tree lights on in the corner, giving the
4
room a nice
magazines,
comfy
nigga.
glow as we watched the Polar Express. It was the only good Christmas movie on any of the streaming
Head
platforms. If you can't tell, we really love Christmas. After the movie, and when we felt we had digested enough, we went outside to the deck to hop in the hot tub. I turned on all the decorations and Christmas lights in the front yard, and as we sat in the hot tub watching the snowfall, it felt like bliss. Until the bubbles on the hot tub stopped, and it went silent. We heard unmistakable footsteps from somewhere on the property.
Boy, why did I look to my right? Boy, I was finna crash out.
Charlotte and I looked at one another. I asked her if I should shout who's there, but she said no.
Nah, don't
Footsteps
say
moved
nothing.
further and further until they were no longer audible. I told Charlotte it was probably a deer, but deep down I knew
Nah,
those
ain't
were the
no deer,
footsteps of
nigga.
a person.
There's a person. Come on, gang.
After the hot tub, we went to take a shower before bed. The hot water in the shower didn't last for more than
Nigga,
maybe
deers
2
don't
minutes.
sound like deers. If anything, deers would sound like 4 fucking like, I don't know how they would sound. It sound like you know, like you know what I'm saying? It sound like 4 fucking legs, you idiot.
Minutes though, something was wrong. When the water turned ice cold, we screamed and jumped out of the shower. I messaged Mike, the host, about it. He responded within half an hour saying that's odd and that he'll have a guy come and look at the hot water heater tomorrow. We went to sleep after our half shower. In the middle of the night though, we awoke to very aggressive bangs on the front door of the house.
You can't be fucking with
Charlotte
my
was
showers,
shaking,
bro.
terrified.
That's when I leave. Like, before the aggressive banging, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Our showers just turned cold, bro. I hear niggas walking in my yard and shit. Nigga, we gone. Hey, man, host, bro, fuck you, nigga. We going in the middle of the night, bro. I'm gonna see you when I see you, bro. I need my money back.
I said I'm gonna check
Or we
who it
going to
is,
war.
but
So
she
whoever gonna come
demanded
to the
I
house
stay in
gonna feel
bed and
like
don't
they
make
in
a sound.
their life in danger. Cause
Honestly, I was glad she said that. No part of me wanted to know who was at the door in the middle of the night. I think there were 3 sets of really loud and angry sounding at the door in the middle. Honestly, I was glad who it is, but she demanded Charlotte was shaking me, terrified. I said I'm gonna check who it is, but she demanded I stay in the bed and don't make a
Yeah,
sound.
okay, yeah, type shit. I'm
Honestly,
glad she
I
said
was
that
glad
shit,
she
cause
said
I
that.
ain't want to go down there for
No
real.
part of me wanted to know who was at the
That
door in
nigga
the middle
pussy.
of the night. I think there were 3 sets of really loud and angry sounding bangs before they stopped.
Yeah, all right, nigga.
We sat upright for a few minutes in silence.
That's enough of that,
whispering
bro.
to
I
each
ain't gonna
other.
lie to you.
I went over to lock the bedroom door for added security, I guess.
Niggas
dragged along,
pussy for
but
real.
ultimately, after about half an hour of sitting wide awake, we
Nigga, I'm
eventually
turning
drifted
every
back
light
off
on.
to sleep. First thing in the morning, I messaged Mike again about the knocks at the door. He answered more quickly this time, seeming pretty confused like us. He basically said how strange that is. He didn't know why anyone would be roaming around late at night like that. He
I'm
said
going
if
outside
anything
to
like
look at
that happens
footsteps.
again, that we should alert the authorities.
Man, fuck that. I'm going outside. As soon as the morning time, bro, I'm going outside and I'm looking for footprints, bro. I'm dead ass serious. I'm going outside. I'm looking for footprints, and if there's any footprints by my house, bro, nigga, I'm calling the cops, bro. I'm dead ass calling the cops. Niggas banging on my door, bro. I'm looking for footprints on the patio and everything, bro. Shit, calling the cops. They gonna follow them footprints. They gonna catch your ass. Cause on me, if authorities don't catch you and I catch you, you're done, bro. Shit, you gonna be in them woods.
Honestly, not the most reassuring response, but I mean, he was right. What else could he tell us? Grab a gun and shoot whoever was at the door? I didn't want to keep complaining to Mike constantly, but I mean, these were some valid concerns I was bringing up to him. There was a lot of snow outside.
Going on my vacation.
It was a dark, cloudy day. There were still some flurries falling onto the ground. I went out to wipe the snow off my
Flurries.
Jeep, and while I was doing so, I noticed
snowflakes.
footsteps in the snow. They looped around the house. I remembered the knocks from the night before and wondered if it was from the same person. But these footprints looked fresh, and it snowed all night. Surely the footprints from last night would have filled in by now. I heard footsteps approaching now, actually, and I saw Tom walking from around my car. I told him about the hot water heater problem, and that Mike said they were sending someone to take a look at it. He said he knew and that he was here to take a look at it, actually. I also told him about the knocks at the door last night and the footprints in the snow. I even showed him. He looked at them and said there's a lot of strange folk out here that go snooping around at night.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck, Tom, bro. First and foremost, good morning. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you ever come here ever again without me knowing, I'm gonna beat your ass. Cause first of all, foremost, good morning. You know, you ain't even you gotta greet me. You walking around the car and shit like, hey, bro, if you gonna come to my house and check something out, or not my house or the cabin that I'm renting, this is my house now. So if you come over here where I'm staying at, you gonna call me, right? And be like, hey, I'm finna come check on y'all, you know, bubble bath, motherfucking whatever you was working on, the water, the cooler, the heater, the gas pump, whatever fuck you was talking about. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let me know when you get here. So when you get here, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I could fix it myself and shit. So it's like, yeah, type shit.
I asked if we should refrain from using the hot tub at night.
I'm already finna crash
He said
out.
no, that shouldn't be a problem. The people around here are harmless. We went inside into the house and walked around for a bit.
I'm not
before walking
harmless.
down to the basement. He told me
They can
he'll
be
have a
harmless
look
all
at
they
the
want.
hot
I'm
water
not
heater.
harmless, bro.
Tom seems like a weird dude, honestly.
Ah.
I messaged
Weird,
Mike
nigga.
saying Tom's here now checking out the water heater. Mike replied back
Tom?
asking, is Tom the name of the plumber? And I replied, no, your brother. He replied, what do you mean? He said he's my brother? It started to click in my head. I responded, do you have a brother named Tom who runs this Airbnb with you? And he replied, no, who is this person? I hurried to Charlotte and told her to collect her things quietly. We need to get out of here. As quickly as we could, we packed our bags, grabbed all of our stuff, and brought it outside to the car in one trip. I'm sure we left behind a charger or something small, but who
Man, fuck
cares?
that shit.
We got in my car, and when I started it, I looked in the rearview mirror and saw Tom quickly approaching the rear of the Jeep. I put it in drive and drove out of there as quickly as I could. When we were back on the road, we called Mike and explained everything and told him he needs to call the police
Tom
now.
would have got fired up.
He didn't stay on the line with us for long, but 20 minutes later, he called us back. We were in the car still. He said the police were there now and didn't see anyone in the house.
Tom
Mike was
got
on his
fired
way to
up.
the house as well, but he was mostly calling to get more details from us. We drove around the area and explored just as a way to calm our nerves after
Tom
what just
getting
happened.
fired up.
After a few hours, we drove home. Mike messaged me later that night, updating
Nah,
me
bro,
and
I'm not gonna lie,
apologizing for
'cause
everything.
Tom
He
following
said
us
he
or
didn't know
what?
anyone who resembled my description of Tom. What disturbs me is that man was watching us the entire time, from the moment we arrived to when we were in the hot tub, and he was probably the one banging on the front door in the middle of the night. Who knows what his intentions were? It's a good thing we left when we did, though.
He was testing to see if he was pussy so he can do something to y'all. Cause if you know what I'm saying, like he can't do that with people like me, my people. You know what I'm saying? Cause we not playing that, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. First of all, we not coming here with just me and you know what I'm saying. We not just coming here with just us two. We rent out a cabin like that big. He come with family. He gonna see a big family. He gonna be like, nah. You gonna see a dog. Go see a couple choppers and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna see the aggressor. He gonna see the crash out. He gonna see the YN in the back. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? We go, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be like, who the fuck you is? Tell me something. You Tom down the street, this, that, and the third. Like, all right, bet, appreciate you. All right, that's next day. We see your ass again without you notifying us, bro. You're getting fired up, bro. I'm not gonna cap. We gonna probably be like, hey, bro, don't come around these parts no more. You understand? We see you around these parts, boy, you gone. But nah, bro, that's all for the video, man. I hope y'all like your video. I hope y'all like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Put on that bell notification. And your boy Groovy Summers out, man. I'm tired. Man, thank y'all for supporting me. Shout out to the man above, man. Like always. And I'm out, man. Peace.